After scouring the globe looking for a place to belong, Kal-El is finally ready to return to Smallville. Will this be the Kansas homecoming he was looking for, or will his many foes follow him back and make this return a living nightmare? Well, let's hop into the pages of Absolute Superman issue number 8 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, as we join the book, we actually spend a good amount of time with the brand new Absolute incarnation of Ra's al Ghul. For starters, this guy is jacked to the frickin' gills, a common occurrence in the Absolute universe, but this guy seriously looks like he stirs his coffee with steroids. Also, instead of being all Lawrence of Arabia coded, this guy is a cold-blooded CEO, so cold-blooded in fact he dispatches an entire Omega Man hit squad. While giving his quarterly investor call, actually he calls them not the League of Shadows, but his League of Shareholders. Okay, that's pretty funny. This Ra's claims to have lived for 200 years and that he started his company back in the day trading scalps and beaver hides. Oh my god, is Lazarus secretly the Hudson's Bay Company? That's a joke maybe 5 people will get. Ra's was able to gain this amazing longevity thanks to the Lazarus Pit, though. As we can see, the Lazarus Pit works a little differently in the Absolute universe than it does compared to the main one. For one, it's purple instead of green, and it seems to have a more scientific bent to it, and we get to see how it works firsthand when one of the Omega assassins ends up falling into it and ages all the way back into a baby, Benjamin Button style. Ra's then grabs the baby and yeets it off the roof. Geez, first Batman kicks a squid toddler off a boat, now Ra's is dropping babies. This Absolute universe really is a dark place, isn't it? Furthermore, Ra's in this universe doesn't actually like the term Demon's Head, for he believes he has grown far beyond such a title. He is now the Godhead. One who, like the Lazarus from the Bible, will see the Earth reborn and resurrected like never before, even if he has to completely destroy it to get that done. Oh, so he's an accelerationist now instead of just a cut-and-dry eco-terrorist. Okay, I get it. We also see the Lazarus head office makes its home in, you guessed it, the city of Metropolis. It looms high over all the other buildings, much like the old Lex Corp building did, and in this shot we can even see the Daily Planet, which exists here. It's just none of the characters we normally know work there. Now after that, we transition on over to Kansas. Clark has come to see Martha in the old folks' home, but unfortunately it's nowhere near the happy reunion he was hoping for. Her Alzheimer's has gotten worse, and now she seems unable to remember him or their special bond. Hell, this is the first time Superman is even learning about Alzheimer's as a concept, and it's Sol who has to tell him about it. Whatever Kal-El was looking for, he clearly didn't get it, and as he tries to exit the city, he ends up getting accosted not only by Jimmy Olsen of the Omega Man, but also Lois, who has been following them this whole time. This actually leads to a very funny showdown between Lois and Jimmy, who both assumed that Superman is the answer to all of their problems. Each want Superman to come with them, and they're not shy about arguing their case very loudly and very bluntly. You kill people, you're a terrorist group, you're an evil corporation. Your leader crippled my father, your father was no saint, your mask is stupid. I'll have you know my mask is awesome and everyone knows you're lying. Eventually, Superman has no choice but to be the bigger man and step on in to play mediator. It seems that the only reason he actually came back to Kansas in the first place is because he was looking for a reason. What kind of reason? Oh, you know, just the reason not to kill Christopher Smith the Peacemaker even after watching him murder all of those people in cold blood. Yes, this Superman still has a steadfast no-kill rule, but it's a rule that's getting tested by the minute, especially as right after he ends up getting shot in the chest with a kryptonite bullet. One fired by Christopher Smith and the Peacemakers who have made landfall in Smallville, and you know what? They don't come out and say it, but seriously, look at all these upgrades Christopher Smith has gotten. He is so obviously the new Absolute Metallo. I mean, look at it. He's got the kryptonite heart. He's got all that shit on his head with the robot parts. Also, once again, all the stuff that would normally be green in the main universe are purple here. Lois and Jimmy put their burning hatred of each other aside for a moment and try and get Superman to safety. Unfortunately, this is the first him and Sol have ever seen of kryptonite before, and they have no idea how to counteract its effects. Meaning that Metallo Maker is able to rush them and get the upper hand in the fight very damn quickly, brutally beating down Superman, while also taking this opportunity to espouse his own batshit insane ideology. Basically, he thinks Ra's al Ghul is God and that Brainiac chose him for God, to lead a kind of holy crusade by killing as many people as possible. What none of them could have seen coming, though, is that this group of peacemakers is actually met off at the pass by the heavily armed residents of Smallville. It seems that Superman has actually been coming back here retroactively over the years, and helping people in need by getting them out of fatal jams, and now it seems that they're actually willing to pay that goodwill forward, which, you know, you just love to see. Now, there's a damn good chance in his weakened state, Metallo probably could have killed Superman, but once again, the Soul Suit ends up coming in very clutch by showing off a brand new power we haven't seen before, basically when Superman has his back against the wall. This thing ends up creating a protective shell all over his body. In fact, it very much reminds me of certain scenes from Guts in Berserk. This brief burst of power gives Superman everything he needs to help level the playing field. He ends up hitting Metallo 100 times in just a few seconds, so quickly the eye can't even properly perceive it. Still though, Christopher Smith is standing. In fact, he has one of those oh-so-classic, the villain cannot even scarcely begin to comprehend the idea of good, saying to Superman that he has all of these amazing abilities, yet he seems afraid to use them, afraid of his own rage. There's probably a good chance, too, that Metallo might have actually delivered the killing blow to Superman right after, were it not for the fact that Brainiac very, very much wants Superman alive and pulls Smith's leash. This actually provides the perfect opportunity for the other Omega Men to boom tube in, and they very much do boom tube in, by the way. Superman is forced to finally make the decision of who he wants to go with, Lois and Jimmy, and in the end, he actively chooses his best pal, feeling that he can trust him more than Lois. In fact, as the comic ends, poor Lois ends up getting taken in by the other Peacemakers, as she has now officially been painted an enemy of Lazarus. And so that was Absolute Superman issue number 8, everybody, and once again, Jason Aaron continues to deliver the hits. This one was a lot of fun. It had action, plenty of intrigue, and also some more fun differences between this universe and the main universe. I love the idea that Lois and Jimmy in this world are so diametrically opposed to one another, and yet the one thing they agree on is Superman. I like this newer take on Ra's al Ghul. I never thought that he would make for an interesting Superman villain, yet they actually do find some very fun angles to explore with him in this universe. This issue also does a good job with Superman's own personal feelings of alienation and isolation. He doesn't know who he should believe. He doesn't know what type of morality he wants to live by just yet. He just knows that he should probably figure it out, and soon, with all these amazing powers and all these different forces that want to use them. Art's really solid too. I love how cool Metallo looks, and the big fight scene between him and Superman really delivered. Overall, I would give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Good stuff from start to finish. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.